I, Lucretia Rudolph Garfield, wife of James A. Garfield, 20th President of the United States, write to you from the year 1881, a year that has marked my life in ways I could never have imagined. I was born in 1832 in Hiram, Ohio, into a deeply pious and educated family. At a very young age, I understood the importance of knowledge and faith. My father, a farmer and craftsman, and my mother, a strong and devoted woman, instilled in me the values of perseverance and rigor. A brilliant student, I had the privilege of attending the Eclectic Institute of Ohio, now Hiram College, where I met the man who would become my husband and the love of my life, James. We married in 1858, uniting not only our hearts, but also our ambitions and our convictions. James was an exceptional man, a scholar, a soldier, and later a politician, driven by a deep sense of justice and duty. Together we raised our children in a home where learning, integrity, and love were central. The year 1881 was both an exciting and tragic one. When James was elected president, I was both proud and anxious. I knew that public life would be demanding, and that our responsibilities would intensify. As First Lady, I saw my role not only as a symbolic figure, but also as an advisor to my husband and a passionate advocate for the causes we held dear, including education and social reform. Alas, the joy of this new chapter was soon marred by illness. Shortly after we arrived at the White House, I contracted a severe bout of typhoid fever that left me bedridden for weeks. During this time, James watched over me with unwavering tenderness and devotion, while bearing the burden of the affairs of state. But no sooner had I begun my recovery than a far greater tragedy struck our family and our nation. James was the victim of an assassination attempt. On July 2, 1881, Charles Guiteau, an unbalanced man, shot my husband at the Washington train station. Those days of anguish when we hoped for his recovery despite the uncertain prognosis, remain etched in my memory as a mixture of despair and unceasing prayer. I spent hours at his bedside, reading to him, holding his hand, whispering words of love and encouragement. But on September 19, after months of suffering, James passed away, carried off by an infection related to his wounds. Widowed, I retired to Long Branch and then to our home in Minter, Ohio, which became a memorial to honor my husband's legacy. Despite the pain, I knew that my life was not to end there. I dedicated myself to preserving his writings and his story, determined that the nation would remember him as the exceptional man he was. Today, I look back with a heart torn between sadness and gratitude. While my time as First Lady was brief, it was marked by deep love, intense trials, and an unwavering resolve to continue to work for the ideals we shared, even in the shadow of loss. I am Lucretia Garfield, a woman of faith, education, and resilience. And through it all, I remain a keeper of the light that James was for us all.